Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift for a friend, colleague, relative, or hostess? An Iowa wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is an excellent place to start. Red, white, and blue and blackberry are very popular among sweet wine lovers, while fans of white wine love our award-winning Kennel Glow White and Brianna. For people who prefer pink semi-sweet wine, we offer Steuben and 8 other rosés. Dry wine lovers like our 2021 Iowa Petite Pearl. Tassel Ridge wines are available at the winery and at 350 retail outlets located all over Iowa.
We are live here at Barn Wired in Sigourney for the Iowa Music Showcase. How the heck we doing today? Hey, we got a nice little crowd in attendance, and we're going to be getting to Mike Bernard here momentarily, our featured artist for today. First, welcome in Miss Amanda Snakenberg. Make some noise for Amanda. Let her feel at home in her home away from home, Barn Wired. Amanda, what's going on here this weekend?
Today, our lunch special is ham balls with oven roasted potatoes and corn.
Sign me up.
And chicken salad on croissant is our sandwich. And our soup is chicken corn chowder. And then all of our Christmas stuff is 50% off. I'm still moving things and kind of getting things gathered, but all of our Christmas is 50% off. We do have new products coming in. We just got some yesterday, which I'm a little bit excited about. And then all of our new candles came in for, gearing up for Valentine's Day and that type of stuff. Next week, our sandwich of the week is a chicken Caesar wrap. I saw we also have, I think, beef and noodles on Monday. There's some really good stuff on the lunch menu next week.
I need to do a show here on Monday so I can get beef and noodles.
You can come in and get beef and noodles without you doing a show, Steve.
How'd New Year's Eve go?
Oh, it was awesome. Actually, we were super busy we had our first order started at 4:30 and we did not end until I think 8 or 8:30. So, and from like 6 to 7:30 there wasn't a place to sit. Nice. So, it turned out really well.
And are you doing a supper for Valentine's Day?
I think so.
I'm putting you on the spot.
You are, because I was undecisive, but New Year's Eve did go well. So
Stacey and I are planning on coming here.
So. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out then.
All right. Well, thank you, Amanda. Appreciate you and Barn Wired for being our host venue for the Iowa Music Showcase. So we're into 2025, my first artist of the year, and he's making his world debut here on the Iowa Music Showcase, Mr. Mike Bernard. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
It's the Nard Dog.
It is.
Yeah. Does anybody ever call you that?
Only all the time.
All right. For those of you not knowing, that's an Office reference from the TV show The Office. Yep. So, Mike Bernard, I didn't think about that until today, actually. So,
well, I wish I could tell you the first, but you're not.
All right. So, Mike, you and I, we've talked previously on the radio before.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking beforehand. That's been longer than I was thinking. I was thinking maybe 2 years, but then I did the math, and I've been doing this thing about a year and a half now. So. Yeah. Probably 3 years.
It's been probably close to 3,
yeah.
If not 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So glad to have you here. Why don't you tell the folks here in attendance and watching on Facebook and YouTube a little bit about yourself? Give us your background and your current situation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm Mike Bernard. Nice to meet everybody here and out there. I live north of Marshalltown on an acreage that borders the Iowa River. So. It's me, my wife, my now 2 daughters, and our 2 dogs. I have a daughter that's 3 years old and a daughter that's 3 months old.
Okay.
So
busy house.
I'm a girl dad.
All right, girl dad.
Yeah.
Twice over,
and I'm still trying to figure out how that works. but we're trying.
Well, I can give you some tips later on. Mine's 24 now, so I survived it.
I'll take any advice anybody's got because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do this on the side. I work for the Ankeny Fire Department as a full-time job, so I kind of just run all over the place.
Awesome. Well, we thank you for your service to your
Oh,
community.
yeah, absolutely.
That's a very cool thing. Now, as being a fireman, I'm just going off the top of my head here. Do you slide down the fireman's pole at the Marshalltown, or is it Marshalltown?
I'm actually a firefighter in Ankeny.
Oh, okay.
I used to live in Ankeny and Polk City, and then I told the people there that I worked with at Polk City Fire that the day that Polk City got a stoplight, I was heading out. And it was supposed to be a joke, but it actually turned out to be the same day they were installing a light. My U-Haul truck was headed north to Liscombe. And but in Ankeny there is a fire pole, but it's only for looks. It's for children in the museum to go down.
Because I was just asking as a joke.
We don't get to do it.
I didn't know if you'd really have.
There is one for the kids in the museum at Station 1, but we don't get to do it.
Do you guys have a Dalmatian dog hanging around?
Insurance won't let us. We have a statue. Okay. We have a statue of a dog.
What other fireman stuff can I talk about?
We're all a bunch of kids at the firehouse, so we can't care for a dog. I don't think it would.
Well, it's good to have you here. Are you a born and bred Iowan?
I am, yeah.
All right. Where did you grow up?
So I did most of my growing up in Ankeny.
Okay.
My father worked for John Deere for 34 years, so that put us in Ankeny. And then the rest of my family is down by Albia,
okay,
the Albia area. Yep, my grandparents have a farm out there and my uncles and cousins and everybody else still live down here, except for my sister who is now in Dyersville.
All right.
So she's at the Field of Dreams.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we're a little scattered all over.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, the kind of Albia is in our neck of the woods here. We with some of our sports stuff that we do on Steve Shetler Media, we include them like our athlete of the week and team of the week and stuff like that. So so that's pretty cool. Now, have you always been interested in music? Has singing and playing guitar, how long has that been part of your life?
It went on and off. When I was young, I was interested in it. My whole family is musical, from my grandmother to aunts and uncles to my mom, my sister, my cousins. They've all either been state choir or been in band or show choir or anything in between.
Okay.
So I was interested in it and sang in choir for a little bit, and then I had my rebellious stage where I didn't want to do anything that my family did. So, I got rid of it. Then I went through some stuff, and I picked the guitar back up and never put it back down. So,
okay.
So I'd say the last 8 years or so has been full steam ahead.
Has it always been country music for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You never, even during your rebellious years, did you ever get into rock or anything like that?
I could lie and say I wasn't listening to some Blink 182 and some 41 and stuff, but primarily it's been country music.
All right. Now, you seem like more of a kind of a laid-back, traditional type. I mean, you got the cowboy hat on, which I always appreciate. You seem like that's more of your thing. Is my feeling you right there?
Yeah, I'm a pretty simple man. Okay. So this is my old rodeo hat. I had a stint of a rodeo career. It did not take me long to realize that it was not going to last. So I do music instead, right?
How many rodeos did you do?
Oh, God, I don't know. I mean, probably.
How many bulls did you ride?
Probably less than 50, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's
somewhere around there.
Yeah. Was that like a summer, 2, 3?
Oh, 3, 4.
Okay.
Messing around and going to practice pens and not doing any better there.
How many times did you last the entire 8 seconds?
Like none. Like I said, it didn't take me long. I took a couple of good licks, and I said, yeah, I think this is it. I think this is done for me.
Did you come out of it without any back issues or anything?
Oh, well, yet to be determined, I think. But
you didn't slip a
shoulder
disc
issues for sure. Shoulder problems for sure, but.
All right. Well, that's an interesting background.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll talk a little bit more as the interview progresses, but let's get into some music now. By the way, we are recording this for podcasts, so if you want to listen to it later on in audio form, that'll be going up as a podcast wherever you get and listen to your podcast. Make sure you check that out. So what's your first song for the day, Mike?
So I'm still deciding on the name of this.
Okay.
So all the songs I'm going to play today, well, 2 out of the 3 are songs that aren't out there yet, but I hope are out there soon.
Okay.
This is the newest one. So for now, it's called The Harvest Hustle.
The Harvest Hustle.
And if you think of a better name, I'm all ears.
Well, we'll listen to it and let you know. All right,
good.
here's Mike Bernard doing the Harvest Hustle on the Iowa Music Showcase.
Dawn on the horizon, up before that rooster crows. Boots on, coffee brewing, tractors fueled up, ready to go. I'm heading down old Highway 5, steering this wide load. I got 300 acres, I'll take it row by row. Grain carts lined up, and there ain't no stop inside. I gotta truck the grain to the co-op, get it there by night. It's a family business, passed down each generation. When you're working with your kin, it's a smooth operation. Doesn't matter John Deere, Cat, or Case IH. You want to turn that dirt to greenbacks, you gotta move with haste. Day in, day out, chasing down that harvest moon. It doesn't matter how early you start, the co-op closes too soon. So here's to all the farmers, hell, I'm your biggest fan. Thanks for the gas in my tank and this drink in my hand. Each day's a constant battle between you and Mother Nature, 'cause you ain't paid by the hour, you earn it by the acre. So here's to all those farmers out there working on the land. Y'all are the heart and soul of the American heartland. So plant and pray and spray and stay until the work gets done. I'm always up past the late show, up again before the sun. Someday they'll put me under and I'll finally get some sleep, and it'll be your field to plow, your piece of heaven to keep.
That is Mike Bernard on the
Thank y'all so much.
Iowa Music Showcase doing the Harvest Hustle.
That's what it is for now. Yeah.
Again, on the Iowa Music Showcase, Mike Bernard. Make sure you follow Mike on social media now. I know you're on Facebook. Are you anywhere else on social media?
Well, technically, yes.
Okay.
But I don't know how to use them or work them. So if you want me to interact with you, it's got to be on Facebook.
Okay.
I have an Instagram because I thought that my wife was going to run it. I'm just straight calling her out here. And then she doesn't. So turns out we now have 2 kids since then, and she's a little preoccupied.
So you need to hire yourself a social media manager.
Yeah,
then.
I need something because I can't even work Excel, so I don't,
Awesome. Again, Mike Bernard hanging out here. So you just did a brand new song. You kind of debuted it for us today.
Yeah.
When have you been in the studio, or when's the new stuff going to be coming out?
Yeah. So this one specifically, I had a lot of help with from a couple buddies. Robert Mahari is in Marshalltown, as well as Buzz Owens, and so we've been working in the studio, the 3 of us, on this one. Hoping we'll get this thing out before planting season so that all the farmers out there can just blast it while they're putting their crop in.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
It could definitely be a theme.
Yeah.
For,
Yeah.
And it's something, especially, southeast Iowa and rural Iowa just in general, could really get behind. So
the original goal was to get it out for harvest. And then, like you said, I'm pretty laid back. So it's kind of just whenever we all can do this or that and get back together. And so now we're hoping by planting season.
All right. Do you have a home studio, or are you recording at a certain studio that you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I don't know how. It's at Buzz Owens' studio, which
the
is
Buzz
at his
Owens
house.
studio.
It's at his house.
Now, Buzz Owens, he's got a name that sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Oh, he does. He's a cool dude.
When you say you're hanging out with Buzz Owens, it's like, oh yeah,
he's a cool cat, man.
Good old Buzz.
He's Awesome guy. So is Robert Mahari. He's with the Catfish Murphy band.
Oh, yeah.
Out of, like the Waterloo area.
That's somebody that I've been trying to get in touch with. To get on this show.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's just starting to do solo stuff too. So we can probably make that happen.
Yeah. Put in a good word for me.
Both both awesome guys that pretty much made that song what it is. So
cool.
Shout out to them.
Now, I'm assuming on your recording that you're going to have like a full band backing you up, or with a full band sound.
Yep.
And when you play out, as far as gigs and stuff like that, do you do solo gigs, I'm assuming, and band gigs?
Yep, we've got both. I can provide both. Usually the band comes out for some bigger stuff, the town festivals, that kind of thing. However, we're not too good to play anywhere, so... Well, I'll take them anywhere they're willing to play.
All right.
But yeah, we offer both.
Cool.
Sometimes it's nice to have the intimate setting.
Yes.
You know, more of that singer-songwriter style. And then sometimes it's just fun on a Saturday night to go get rowdy and
for sure,
and bring the boys with and really just see what we can get into.
Yeah. Now, we were talking before we started up the interview today, and you were talking about how, and I liked it. That's why I'm bringing it up, is because you say artists can't forget about the small towns. Everybody, and rightfully so, everybody wants to play the big towns, the big venues, but it's, small towns like Sigourney, Iowa, and different places like that you don't want to forget, and you're kind of championing that. Am I saying that right? Championing? There we go.
Whatever it is, it sounds good.
So you like playing the small towns?
I do. I try to advocate for small towns and always play local. We do a thing in Liscum, which is close to where I'm at, where we host, it's like a writer's round / open mic. And so what we do is we get 3 people, and I try to make at least one, if not 2 of them local, and then a third person from out of town to be kind of the 3 main. And then as the night goes on, the 3 can take breaks whenever they want, and that allows other locals for open mic situations to come up and fill those voids in time. It's working out pretty well. But yeah, I would rather go play 100 small towns than anywhere else.
Yeah.
I have a song. I'm not going to play it today, but it's not necessarily totally politically correct about Nashville, but in there it does express how much I would much rather play small town Iowa than anywhere in Nashville. So
awesome. Well, that's good to hear. Let's get into song number 2 for the day. Before we do, we'll take a break afterwards. I got to see we're doing a new thing where I'm taking commercial breaks within the show itself. So I got to make a mental note of that to do that. Maybe I'll put a Post-it note. I'm kind of the Post-it note king.
This is all new to me, so I'm just doing whatever you say.
We'll take a break after this song. How about that? Let's get into song number 2. What do you got for us this time?
So this is a song I wrote, and you got to stop me sometimes because I'm a storyteller.
All right. No, that's cool.
But everything I write is it's true stuff about me or about my family. And we're going to get a little sad here for a moment. Sorry. But I wrote this about my grandfather. He passed away recently, and he worked that 500-acre farm that we have for years and raised his kids up, my mom, all my aunts and uncles on that, and he's now laid to rest there. So I wrote this song for him.
All right. Here's Mike Bernard.
When I was just 18, dressed in army green, dirt and mud and blood soaked in my shirt, I did my time and I got out. I bought this piece of ground. All it cost me was all I was worth. Years of sacrifice and hurt, and all I got in return was this piece of dirt. Well, I'm a man of few words. I've battled my monsters and had my share of sin. But when my kids think of me, I hope love is what they see and know I'm with them deep within. My kids are my best work. I raised them up right here on this piece of dirt. Well, time it ticks by, straight as a crow flies. You can't pause it, can't reverse. Well, I've had a good life, I'm running out of time, crippled with sickness and it's getting worse. So when I'm gone here from this earth, you can bury me right here on this piece of dirt. When I'm gone here from this earth, well, you can bury me right here on this piece of dirt.
All right, give it up for Mike Bernard.
Thank you.
Good sounding tune. Kind of has the haunting feel to
Yeah.
it. But yeah, no, very, very cool song. And again, is that one that's in the process of being
Yes.
recorded? Okay.
Yep, it's coming.
All right. So be on the lookout for that. Now, before we go to the commercials, do you have music out there already that people can find?
I do, yeah. I've got 5 songs out there on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, whatever else there is, iTunes, Apple. I don't really know, to be honest, but it's out there. YouTube. The next song I play will be one of those as well. So
right.
I am out there.
Ding!
Somewhere. I can't tell you where, but I'm out there.
He's out there somewhere. All right, we're hanging out with Mike Bernard at the Iowa Music Showcase here at Barnwired in Sigourney. Let's take that commercial break, Neil, and I'll be back with more right after this.
Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift for a friend, colleague, relative, or hostess? An Iowa wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is an excellent place to start. Red, white, and blue and blackberry are very popular among sweet wine lovers, while fans of white wine love our award-winning Kennel White and Brianna. For people who prefer pink semi-sweet wine, we offer Steuben and 8 other rosés. Dry wine lovers like our 2021 Iowa Petite Pearl. Tassel Ridge wines are available at the winery and at 350 retail outlets located all over Iowa.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Hey, we are back live here at the Iowa Music Showcase. Are we enjoying Mike Bernard so far? There we go.
Oh,
Mike's
thank
doing
you.
great. We're going to get one more tune from him. Thanks to all of our sponsors on Steve Shetler Media for making things possible. Mike, it's time for 5 random questions. I know you probably really enjoyed this on the radio, so I brought this segment with me over to Steve Shetler Media. Our question of the day. I put up a question of the day every weekday on my page. Our question that goes up at noon today is this, again, totally random. Should you take your shoes off when going into somebody else's house?
Oh, man. If you don't know them, yes. But I come from a family in an area where the door is just open.
Okay.
So
Just walk
unless
on
it's
in.
too cold, it's like literally open. So animals, kids, everybody come in and out as you please. So
All right. Shoes on, shoes off. It's up to you,
yeah,
huh?
yeah. Read the room. Read
All
the
right.
room.
Yes. Question 2. Again, this is random and kind of personal. How often do
great.
you change the sheets in your bed?
Because one thing is I'm a person. I'm a really open book kind of guy. If you can't tell, we do it very often because I would say multiple times a week.
Okay.
Because I refuse to not let our yellow lab and our Saint Bernard sleep with us.
Okay.
So.
All right. Dog hair.
So we got some dog hair on the top sheet. Always have to have a top sheet. A blanket and then the top sheet for the hair. And then you can just rip that top sheet off.
Sure. Speaking of pets, question 3. What are 2 things. What are 2 things that you would like to ask your pet?
Oh, man.
If they could talk back to you, what would you ask your pet? I'll make it we'll just say one thing.
Daily I ask them, why did you eat that? So that's one, and then what were you thinking would be the other.
All right. Easy enough. Question 4. How much? All right. So I'm assuming you have some place that you put loose change. What is the biggest amount of loose change that you have ever taken back and cashed in at the bank? Any idea?
Ooh. I mean, it's been in the hundreds before.
Wow. Okay.
But
what did you take hundreds of
exactly.
dollars and lose? How did you transport that into the bank?
Oh, well, we had to shake it out of the container. It was one of those like water jugs, you know.
Okay.
So a lot of Ziploc bags.
All right.
But then you got to cipher through the dirt and whatever else that also somehow got in there. But now we've got one for our daughters for college and whatnot. I don't know what's in there.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So, yeah, hundreds. And then question 5. Are you a football fan?
I am.
Okay. So, what are your predictions about this year's Super Bowl? Who's going to be in the Super Bowl? What do you think?
Well, I hope that it's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, so you're
and
a
that
Chiefs
they're
fan.
the first ever three-peat. That's what I hope.
Who do you think they'll be playing?
That I don't know.
Just guess. Who do you think? NFC. Who's the NFC team? Who's looking tough? I don't really follow the NFL all that much.
I don't either. I don't know if they would meet before or after, but it'd be cool to see them with either the Lions or the Vikings.
Okay.
That would be cool to see.
All right. Yeah, I think they've got a... Do they have a big game? Michael Dietrich, my friend Michael Dietrich's in the house. They've got a big game coming up this week. You're the NFL expert here. Lions and Vikings. You don't know either. Nobody knows.
They play Sunday.
All right, they play Sunday. So gets the number 1 seed. Okay, so yeah, very well
cool.
could be.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, all Midwest. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. The rest of the world wouldn't care. I mean, you'd lose all your East Coast and West Coast audience, but who cares?
We don't need them.
Yeah,
it's fine.
They can just fall off the map. So those are your 5 random questions. I think you survived that pretty well.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Let's wrap this up with one more song. Again, we're hanging out with Mike Bernard here at the Iowa Music Showcase. Get in here to Barn Wired and eat some lunch. And they've got those handballs special for today. That's what I'm ordering. So get in here. We're going to be hanging out here for a while yet. Mike, what is your last song for today?
So this last song, quick little story. Like I said, I would promise you I would probably do. I wrote this song for my daughter. Her name is Leah. Wrote this before Callie, our 3-month-old, was here. But it comes from a time, if you remember what I said my other profession was, I had an incident, and it made me think about, what would happen if I didn't get to come home. And I didn't want there to be nothing for my daughter to know of me or hear from me or what I think about her. So I wrote this song. If you go look it up on Spotify or any of the other stuff, you'll notice next to it, it'll have a parentheses that says rough cut. And that's because I did that on purpose. And it's a once cut, just me and my guitar version that's specifically for my daughter. Just telling her how I feel. I wanted her to have Dad's voice if I ever didn't get to come home. So it's a little emotional for me, but I do my best to get through it. I wrote it only for her, and it's kind of the most requested song when I go out, so I ended up playing it for everybody. So We'll just keep that going.
Yeah,
this is called Leah's Song.
Mike Bernard here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
I remember the moment she walked in the room and told me the wonderful news. I didn't know what the future would hold or who you would be. All I knew was 2 were becoming 3. She said, I've got some growing up to do. If I'm gonna help raise a kid, that's half me, half you. 'Cause a kid like that, it's gonna take two. It was cowgirl boots with pink bows, and the TV was on repeat with cartoon princess shows. It's Barbie time and those Disney lines are burned in my memories. A girl dad is what I'm about to be. Can't help but smile as I watch you grow, wrapped around your finger like a wire on a fence post. You're the thing in this world that I love the most. Your daddy's girl, your daddy's whole world. I remember kissing your skinned up knees. But now you're grown, heading out on your own. If you get lost, you can always come back home. Where it was cowgirl boots with pink bows, and the TV was on repeat with cartoon princess shows. It was Barbie time, and those Disney lines are burned in my memory. Girl, that is what I'm proud to be. It was cowgirl boots with pink bows, and the TV was on repeat with cartoon princess shows. It was Barbie time, and those Disney lines are still in my memories. Your dad is who I'm proud to be.
I like it. That is Mike Bernard
Thank y'all so much.
here on the Iowa Music Showcase. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, you watch those. Well, back in my day with my daughter, it was on VCR tapes. Yeah, you'd rewind.
I'm a Disney kid too, so
You got to rewind and watch them all over again multiple times a day. So,
yeah.
Well, good stuff. Well, Mike, this has been a great way to kick off 2025.
Thank you for having
you know,
me.
you drove like 2 hours to be here, so appreciate your time and coming all the way down here. And again, yeah, thanks for being a firefighter and helping out your community in that way. Yeah, good luck with the new recordings. Make sure you keep me updated on that.
I will.
And we'll be sure to do this again here sometime again in the future.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for tuning in, and thank all of you for being here. I appreciate it so much.
Give it up for Mike Bernard. Again, get in here to Barn Wired. We'll be here again next Friday. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who our guest is next week, and I'm drawing a blank, as I usually do. So too much going through my brain. But we will be back here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for the sports section. You can get in here, be part of the live audience there, get some breakfast and some coffee and get going. It's going to be a chilly start to our day tomorrow, but you can get in here for some warm breakfast and coffee here at Barn Wired. We'll be talking to some various area sports athletes and coaches at the sports section. Mike, thanks again. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll do it again next week. It's the Iowa Music Showcase live at Barn Wired in big old Sigourney, Iowa.